Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Friday, August 18th, 2023. Lance Brock here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope everyone is having a good Friday morning so far. And on tonight's, getting ahead of myself a little bit, on this morning's episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans, gonna preview tonight's WWE Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. First, let's get started for WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, which features the 25th celebration for WWE Hall of Famer, the Rated R superstar Edge, and he will take on Sheamus tonight, which is kind of hard to believe, but this is actually their first match together. And it's been in the news lately. There's been rumors about Edge possibly retiring tonight. Not sure if that is true, but Edge did say in an interview recently that this is, though, the last match on his current contract. Doesn't necessarily mean that he will retire, but you never know. Could be a possibility. Remember, the first time he retired, of course, was due to injury. And then when he came back for this run in WWE, he said, or at least I think he said, that he wanted to return and retire on his own terms. So if he doesn't now, that is what he'll be doing, and not retiring and leaving the company because of an injury. So it wouldn't really surprise me too much if we actually did see Edge announce his retirement tonight on SmackDown. But also, it kind of wouldn't surprise me either if he doesn't and he ends up sticking around at least a little longer. Who knows? And also, tonight, Rey Mysterio, the new United States champion, will appear on the Grayson Waller effect. And I'm sure we will get more with the Usos. Supposedly, after Jey Uso quit the Bloodline and WWE last week. And that is all for SmackDown tonight, which will be live from the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And next up, we go over onto TNT for AEW Rampage, which was taped Wednesday night at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. We have women's tag team action. The AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm teaming with her Outcast teammate Ruby Soho to take on, I don't know why I call Toni Storm the champion. former champion, I should have said. But they are taking on the AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida and Sky Blue. I think that could be a pretty good tag team match with those four in there. And we will hear from Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who on Wednesday night on Dynamite earned her way to compete in the four-way match for the AEW Women's Championship at All in London a week from this Sunday. Also, Ray Phoenix will be in action taking on Commander. The Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions Aussie Open will take on All Ego, Ethan Page, and Brother Zay, Isaiah Cassidy, which I think that could be a pretty good tag match as well. And that is all for AEW Rampage tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And speaking of TNT, tomorrow Collision, and then Sunday night, pretty big show coming up, Impact Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling present Multiverse United 2, For Whom the Bell Tolls, which I'm sure will be a very good show. Lots of good wrestling. This one, not really storyline driven, but I'm still sure that we'll have a lot of great wrestling on it. I'll preview it more Sunday here on GMWF. But one match I just want to talk a little bit in now that I am really looking forward to see is the main event for the Impact World Championship. Alex Shelley taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi, which I think that one could be a really good match. And Alex Shelley, of course, been more of a singles wrestler, now holding the Impact World Championship, taking on a great star like Tanahashi. I'm sure they could definitely steal the show at Multiverse United 2 this Sunday, which will be available, I believe, exclusively on Fight TV, and I definitely recommend checking that out. Should definitely be worth the price of ordering it. And that is all for this Friday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, or anything, you can leave your feedback on last night's Impact and Ring of Honor. Sorry, no new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic last night. But remember, there is a new episode that became available yesterday, 360 Anything Goes episode 2, talking about Full House. So if you haven't heard that episode yet, you can go check that out now if you'd like. Also, hope to be back tonight for a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic to talk about WWE SmackDown, AEW Rampage, and we'll be right here tomorrow morning for the Saturday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I will talk to you all tomorrow morning. But until then, have a great pro wrestling day.